I wanted to do something with this, you know, and that's why I put one work like in progress somehow, which is like you can see it's not that it's not finished, but it's not cast, it's not you know, it's just a fresh work. It's like in the used to be in, when the studio was functional, you know, and that's why. So I imagine one work there in fresh clay. The negatives, the bronze negatives. The more important is that normally the negatives they are in plaster, you know. So it's a material which is not uh, it's not the material. Plaster is kind of intermediary material. It's not the last step. The last step is bronze. So by casting these negatives, which are somehow the parts which disappear after the process, you know, you throw it away usually. Yeah. So casting them in bronze, I wanted to somehow to. So this work is about the sculpture as a process, you know, as a technology process, and that's why I took these things which you lose them, you throw away, and transform it in a piece of art. The drawings are all drawings of mine, but fit perfectly with the museum and with this museum. It is because in 2012 I did this illustration of one story, short story of famous writers from 20s. So somehow the same period like Canonica was, and Russian writers, Ilf and Petrov, and they wrote this. They were like they wrote with a lot of humor and very absurd stories, and was an absurd story about one monument. You know. And I asked him, like, let's say, commissioned him Ceausescu portrait, like if we imagining that let's say that if Ceausescu will ask us, you know, do a portrait of mine. I mean, like the artist, you know. So I try to work with this relation, the artist with the power, you know, and it fits perfectly in Canonica too, because he did a lot of portraits of kings and yeah. So like putting this video here is in between his paintings. It's also by the painting, but also about the relation, the artist with the relation with the power.